Hello fellow YouTubers and lovers of World of Warships. Today I'm trying out a build for the Sibir, and it's using Admiral Nikolai Kustanov, and the skill in question is his will for survival skill. When your hit points get to around 10% of your hit point pool, all fires and floods on your ship are removed, and you receive a 5,000 health point tick heal. It takes a few seconds to kick in, and you can add that to the super heal that you get with the Sibir to bring it up to a grand total of almost 74,000 health back, which is kind of nice to have, right?
2,000 years later.
I mean, it costs you time, not money. So it's not entirely free, is it? I mean, it costs you time to get the gold doubloons. Okay, so we've got some good hits into the Edinburgh there with the 457s. Russian 457s, very similar to the Kremlin, this ship, in a lot of ways. It does differ in a handful. The secondaries are very strong, and they power the F key. The more hits you get with the secondaries, the fuller the F key you get. And what does the F key do, you might ask? Well, it brings down your gun dispersion so that you have laser-like shells on 457mm guns, which is pretty evil. It's pretty strong. We're just about to fill the F block now, and there you go. FP is full. Just waiting for the guns to reload. You can get about 2 salvos off during the function of the FP. Right, if we fire, there you go. Look how tight those shells are. As we get 6 overpens. Of course we do. And then the rears. Come on, rears. Oh, look at that. Ambush. One very exploded Edinburgh. Now, the reason I dipped into the corner here is because I'm pretty sure the Edinburgh launched torps, so I'm trying to avoid those. If this build has a weakness, it's torpedoes, although I have plugged it to a certain extent. We've got over 50% damage reduction against torpedoes with this build. But that will be all explained at the end. You're just reversing her up. So a lot of ships in mid, and as I look at the team scores, I can see we've already lost our Hawaii and our Colbert. Although he did take the Colbert took the Yumahari with him, which is good. So not off to the best of starts, but fear not. 13k, 3 pens on the Zeton. Yeah, the 457s kick ass and pretty much overmatch most noses on, well, pretty much every nose on every ship. You can just punch straight through them. I'd like to get the rears on him. Can we get? Yeah, we can. And the fronts, there we go. Dispersion just sometimes lets you down, but even with the bad dispersion, I got what? 3 pens, 1 overpen, and another 15k damage down. And the F key is up again. Yeah, so we're gonna just wait, because again Zeton has torps, so I'm using the corner of this island to shield me from his inevitable torpedoes. Alright. Ooh, 20k damage right there with the improved dispersion. And so far we've tanked just over 500,000 damage. I'm gonna let the fire burn. I would recommend that you let fires burn until you hit about 2 fires, because you're not running fire prevention. Put them out at 2 or 3 fires if you're brave enough, because Admiral Nikolai will remove them for you. There's the torpedoes, and I just reversed straight into them. Of course I did. He launched late. Okay, but we got plenty of warning. It's almost like we're running 3-kilometer hydro on a Sibir. So we've got time to do something about it. There we go. And now we can push for A. But the enemy team's already got 2 caps, and the bots are doing very well. Team Red is way ahead on points, and things aren't looking good, very good for us. So I'm just going to nudge her into A. We're just going to move up. We need to contest a cap. Just dealing with these torpedo bombers from the Shikaku. All ahead full and down with torpedoes. And you can see I'm holding off on my super heal for a reason. I'm not going to use it until Admiral Nikolai's skill procs. Now what that means? That means that we're now running with better reload. We'll be down to around 25 seconds reload on the 4.57s and just under 2 seconds on the secondaries because we're running Adrenaline Rush. Okay, firing on the Aslain. 2 overpens. Okay, the Richelieu and the Bismarck are welded together, it seems. I'm just going to nudge it up behind this island on the off chance that we actually get to cap as we're not detected, but I've been radared. That would be the Aslain's radar, probably. Most likely. Shikaku's sending bombers. But if I place her right, tuck her right up tight to this island. Oh, hello. Aslain's moved in. And I just got hit for what, 15k by those bombers? That hurt. But again, I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. Now I'm bothered. They are launching their torpedoes late today, aren't they? Okay, we take 2 hits. The flood is automatically cancelled as the Admiral's prop kicks in. And we just do 20k to the Aslain's rear, shooting him in the stern armor. Another torpedo incoming, so we hit the brakes. And as you can see, the super heel and Nikolai's heel stack. And it's bye-bye. Alright, we're still in a pretty dire situation here, so I'm going to try and stay hidden. Because we really need this cap. Alright, we've sunk half the ships. And the rest of my team have sunk the other half of their ships. So we got 3 of them, they got 3 of them. Okay, fair division of labour, gentlemen. A fair division of labour, although I feel I have the lion's share. I do. The lion's share. There's a Charles Martel looking very weak. I can't resist. I want to cap, but at the same time I want to sink him. Let's try that. Down to 3k now, isn't he? Right, we're just going to back her up. I really don't want him to decap me. And yeah, we secured the cap. So I can have my cake and eat it. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's finish him off with a 4.57s. Oh, that looks evil. And the shells fall short. Classic aiming bug right there. Oh my god. Wargaming, fix your game. Fix it. If I had a £10 note for every time that's happened to me, I'd be a millionaire by now. Honestly, I would be a millionaire by now. Alright, didn't quite fill the F key. It was just a sad face, really. Get some shells down on the Bismarck, and there you go. Now, that was just good old-fashioned Russian dispersion beyond 12 kilometers letting me down. That I can handle. But the aiming bug on the Martel, that ship should have been sunk. Oh well. Moving swiftly on. Okay. And we get a solid citadel on the Richelieu and over 26k health and a fire from the secondaries. We got more torpedoes incoming. Desperately trying to slow her down to avoid. But at the same time, I'd like to hit the Richelieu. We're going to swallow one of those. I am going to instantly repair. And we're going to fire on. Because I really can do with keeping my health pool up. Okay, we got almost 20k there. Well, we did actually. We got more than 20k thanks to the overpen. Pretty reliable guns when you're using the FP. They are pretty reliable. For the most part. Cover fire. Meanwhile, the rest of my team are working hard in the background. We've got the Kurfürst moving through. We get 3 pens, 4 overpens. And the Richelieu is no more. I can't let my teammates have all the fun after all, can I? Hmm? Meanwhile, it's just me and the Kurfürst and the carrier left. Although I do like the fact that the Shinano is taking an attack carrier kind of route down the 8 line. Now, can we please finish off the Charles Mattel? Can we do that? Thank you. 1 overpen. Wah, wah, wah. And now we're moving in on the Aslain. There's a Yumahari, but he's parked behind the island, so I don't think he's going to be much of a threat at the moment. Torpedoes from the Aslain, picked up on my 3-kilometer hydro. Or not. Now, I'll show you the build. We're using torpedo lookout and vigilance combined, which is pretty spicy actually. Gives you lots of warning on torpedoes. Very helpful. This isn't over. Team Red is still within reach, but it is now. Bye-bye. Deleted. Laser beam shells. Alright, okay, Yumahari next. And if we're lucky, we should still have our improved dispersion for this shot. Yeah, no, we're going to be fine. Should be able to get some good hits in here. His guns are pointing elsewhere, so I'm going to bring the rear turrets into view. Risk a bit of broadside for the shot. And kabooey! 326,000 damage done there. 3 citadels, 7 sinkings. With the new Sibir build and over 1 million credits. Very nice indeed. It's a shame they're getting rid of asymmetric battles actually, but more on that in the next match. Okay, 2 Sibirs in this one. Okay. We've got 2 destroyers with us, a Tempesta Nero and another Sibir. Okay, I'm going to go mid for this one. And this should really test our armor because the bots will be able to shoot me, the enemy team will be able to shoot me from both sides of the map, both flanks. So it's fairly risky. Fairly risky. There she is. I do like the skin on the Tempesta Nero. Based on the steel ship, the Loria. Very, very good looking skin. And of course it's a premium ship, just like the other one. But you were able to get it for a bit of time grinding of tokens in the Chinese New Year event. No steel required. It's the R Loria, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Regato Loria. Or Rigolo Loria, I'm not sure. I'm not absolutely 100% up on my Italian ice creams. Right, firing on the Chape. Chapio. Look at that dispersion. My god, man. Okay, we got an overpen. Ooh. And basically I'm going to stern tank. I'm going stern in, whilst keeping half an eye on my starboard, my starboard rail, at the right flank of the map, the right side of the map. Okay. Oh, that was better. We took a turret. Tempesta gets our first kill on the Grom. Good job. Can only get the rears on. I need to shunt her up a bit and get a little bit more angle going. Let's turn the ship a little so we can get the fronts, the back. There we go. From here, I should be able to get them to kite into my secondaries, which will fire my F key and allow me to do even more damage. Baltimore lazily sailing across, offering broadside. I probably should have taken the broadside target, to be honest, but I want a chap A dead. Yeah, let's have a bit of that as well. A bit of that action. There goes a chap A. And the shells fell forward. Short. Okay. Fine. Again. Over there. And he's turning, so we'll do that before the timer runs out. And I'm going to let those fires burn because I rather like the reload, to be honest. You could run a Furious build. You could incorporate a Furious build into my build at the end if you were to drop concealment. And you know what? That wouldn't be a terrible idea. And then you could just let the fires burn and get another 15% reload reduction, which would be pretty silly. Whoa! 2 citadels. Yeah. Oh! And there goes the Baltimore, burned to death on my secondaries. Glorious! Right, and we've got the Uniton over there, and something else is burning. Or was it? Or is it? No, just put the fire out. Okay, whatever it was. Probably the Vladivostok. Because my secondaries are working the upper rail pretty hard. Alright, let's focus him with the secondaries. Alright, let's see if we can get some hits into the side of the Vladivostok while he's presenting broadside. He's turning in hard. Improved angles? Yeah, we still got a ricochet and an overpen. Okay, not too impressive. And I'm about to butt up against an island, aren't I? However, the Tempesta Nera is in front of me, so I think we can get away with showing a bit of broadside here, because I think they're focusing him. Yeah, the bots are definitely focusing him. Bye-bye, Vlad. Oh, Vlad fires. Ah, but our armor takes it. And down he goes. Yeah, keep a good eye on your mini-map and don't run into islands, like I just did, okay? Do as I do, not what I say. Do as I say, not what I do. Oh, God. Ah, the pressure is real. Okay, I'm going to fire a few more. And I'm just literally showing everyone my broadside here. Because I'm kind of expecting the bots to fire on the Sibir and the Tempest Nera. The other Sibir is actually in a lot of trouble. Yeah, and there I go, getting away with it again. Alright. That Uniton over there on the flank is a real pain in the ass. Might need to do something about that. We're all looking a bit shot up, aren't we? Except I've got a super heal in my back pocket. And the Admiral Nikolai Kustanov buff. Firing on the Uniton. Okay, Uniton takes out the Tempesta. That's worrying. So it's just the 2 Sibirs and the Somme. That's all my team. That's all that's left of my team. Uh-oh. And they've still got 3 very healthy ships and a pretty damaged or whacked up United. They got a Bismarck, a Monarch, and a Richelieu. Oh, and of course the United, who's hiding on the flank, looking to probe my sides with his AP, no doubt. Okay, we're going to fire on the Bismarck. Honestly, that was an astonishing amount of broadside. Because I hit an island. God. I got away with it, didn't I? I mean, it was pretty obvious that the bots were focusing the other ships, but even so. Okay. Not a maneuver I would recommend, especially if you've got a heart condition. Okay, I've got both side secondaries going now, lighting targets. Bismarck took a fire, so he's burning. I know he put it out. He put the fire out. Okay, good for him. Gonna use the FP. Got a fire on the United there. Another 11k on the Bismarck. And basically we are reversing to keep angle on both ships that are coming towards me, whilst hailing down secondary fire at less than 2 seconds a shot. Yeah, because honestly the adrenaline rush at this point, I'm around the 24-second reload on the 4.57s. There goes the Kustanov buff. I got hit really hard there, didn't I? I think that was the A90. Got a lucky hit. And as you can see, I'm getting the heals. And I should get most of my health back at this point. Yeah, there goes the Bismarck. And it's just a question of time before we get the United. Looks like the secondaries are going to get him. Yeah. Okay, and the Somme finishes him off with a torpedo strike flood. Excellent work there from my teammate, who has 230 health. It's been one of those games, isn't it? Okay, torpedoes from the A9. I kind of expected those. Thank God for 3-kilometer hydro, right? Well, not really. Yeah, more of that in the build. I'll explain how I keep seeing these torpedoes at 2 to 3 kilometers. It's very useful to maneuver your ship around them. Okay, hit the Richelieu pretty hard there. Just the Richelieu and the Monarch, 2 very healthy looking ships, and the super heal should get me back to just over half health, which should be enough to finish these 2 ships off, no problem. With a little help from the Somme. Okay, firing on the Richelieu. We've got a fire on the Richelieu as well, that's great. Okay, that's the super heal we've used up. And we've tanked over 2 million damage. 2,403,752 to be precise. And in testing, I've almost hit 4 million before now. It's a pretty tanky build. This whole Nikolai trick works very well on this ship. Very well indeed. Look at the dispersion on those shells. Oh, dreamy. 4 pence, 2 over pence. 18k damage. Somme's opened fire on the Richelieu. Got a fire on him. Just backing her up a little bit. Want to shoot the back of his ship. Right in the stern plate. Yeah, landed it right on target. 2 over pens, 1 pen. Almost 10k damage. As we continue to set fires with the secondaries. Okay, and RFK is almost full again. And down it goes.
Вражеский линкор потоплен.
Okay.
Well done, Commander.
Yeah, some give me some respect. If you're wondering how I did in the last match in terms of XP, I got base XP for an asymmetric battle. I got 1,846. Okay, base XP in an asymmetric battle in the last match. Yeah, I probably should have shown you guys that, but I kind of wanted to get on into it just to test the build. I've done about 15 asymmetric battles in all in using this build, and not once has the build let me down. Randoms, I've done a couple, and I can tell you there are some situations this build doesn't do well in, and they're usually against alpha strike ships like the Yamato or the Yamato, and submarines. Submarines can be a problem, especially at close ranges when you're moving slowly. And they're at about 5 clicks, 5 kilometers. It's a bit of an issue. Right, so those are two ship types to look out for when you're running this build because of the alpha strikes. The alpha's quite strong. And that's the weakness. You get down to low health and they get you before the buff can kick in because they hit you with an alpha strike that does 20k plus. Oops, there goes the SOM. So it's a great build for being chipped at, for being HE farmed and so on and so forth. It's not so great against large caliber battleships, right? Like the Incomparable, the Yamato, the Vermont, that sort of thing. So you have to be a bit cautious around those ships. Maybe use your super heal earlier, just to give you enough health so that when the inevitable alpha strike comes, Admiral Nikolai's got your back, right? That's what I discovered. But you see you've got complete control of that with the super heals, because you can turn it off. You don't have to have it running the entire time. So you can top yourself up a little bit, give yourself a little sip before that Yamato dev strikes you, right? Oh yeah. Oh. There will be many citadels. And again, we've gone over 300,000 damage. Very easy to do with this build. Usually by the end game, you've still got at least half your health left. And I found that to be true in randoms as well. As well as asymmetric. Now finish him off. Yeah, perfect. And we finish on what? 348,376 damage, having tanked almost 3 million. And we still have 37,000 health left. So, yeah, it's good. It's a good build. And it's a damn shame that Wargaming are getting rid of asymmetric battles for the next patch. It was in 624 that time, so a couple of hundred shy of the previous one, but not bad, you see. Good spread of damage there. And you're very much the anchor pin in your team. If your team's going to fail, it's because they sunk you. Yeah, it's a strong build. It's a very strong build, and I will go through that right now. Stay tuned. Right, we're back in port, so let's have a look at the build that I've been rumoring about. Well, there we have it. Shell switching because, well, gun feeder because why not, right? She's got pretty good HE as well, to be brutally honest. Okay, I then went for Brisk, I then went for Adrenaline Rush, and I went for Concealment Expert, and that was the first 10 points. Okay, spent. Then after that, picked up long-range secondary battery shells, manual secondary battery aiming, to build into those really strong secondaries. Then Vigilance. And I was planning on finishing the build with AA Defense and ASW Expert for the bit at the bottom, right at the bottom there. You see Ship Consumables, Preparation and Reload Time minus 40%, which is great for bringing your damage control party off cooldown. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about this bad boy, so that we can get some fire control. because I am relying heavily on Kusanov to get the fires off us once we hit 12,000 health, because I'm not running Fire Prevention Expert. And honestly, that really isn't an issue. I mean, I am running the Fire Flag, so that brings it down. I'm running this one, so that brings it down. I'm running this to get maximum use out of the damage control party, this one, so it's up for longer. Okay. And inevitably, once the build is finished, we'll be reducing the time it comes back to us. Whenever there's any planes in our airspace that we're busy shooting down, it will help to reduce the reload time by 40%, which actually can come in clutch. It's a pretty useful skill on battleships. I highly rate it. To take vigilance and add torpedo lookout system instead of concealment system. Okay, that means yes, we have concealment of 14.9 kilometers, but we are supposed to be the main tank of the fleet, so people spotting us early is a good thing. We want to be shot at. All right, take that mindset, otherwise this build is not for you. Okay. Torpedo lookout system plus vigilance. What's that mean? Well, the minimum acquisition range of torpedoes with torpedo lookout system is 1.8 kilometers. Okay, so we add 25% bonus to that. Okay, and suddenly we've got a, let me see, 3.6, so 3.6, 2.16 kilometer hydro against deep water torpedoes, which is clutch, trust me. It's nice to have that much warning. Some of those deep water torpedoes have like 0.6 kilometer detect. So suddenly you've got a chance of avoiding deep water torpedoes. You've got an even better chance of avoiding the Japanese torpedoes because we're adding 25% to their detection range, and their detection range is already usually around the 2 kilometer mark. So it would be like we were running 3 kilometer hydro against Japanese torpedoes, okay, and they hit like a truck. We also get from Vigilance extra torpedo protection, which adds to our survivability, so we then go from 47-ish% up to 53% torpedo protection, so we get good damage reduction. There's a lovely synergy going on there. Okay, now the last thing to discuss is concealment. If you're really not bothered about being spotted from space, and let's face it, our main job here is to get people to focus us early with long-range barrages so that our team don't get shot at. We do, and then they'll miss the easy broadsides on the cruisers, hopefully, because they're too busy trying to hit you at ranges of 20 plus kilometers. So we drop concealment expert if we want to go for maximum DPM. Okay, this is a thought I had in the bath the other day, and I thought, you know, we could put those points in furious instead, and if we're careful with our fire management, we can bring down the reload even further, because as you know, this is designed to be shot at. This whole build involves us getting hurt, because the more we get hurt, the better the adrenaline rush gets, the faster our main guns and our secondary guns reload. Couple into that furious, and you'll be bringing your 4.57mm guns down to just over 20-second reload time. I mean, it already gets to about 24 seconds when you're on low health with the Kustanov build, right? We could take that down another two and a bit seconds if you've got a lot of fires on you, 3 seconds, and suddenly we're in 22 second reload 4.57mm country, okay? And the DPM, if you want to go full DPM, is extraordinary. So yeah, that would be an option. Dump concealment and take furious. Where else was I thinking of going with this build? Well, another potential here would be to dump concealment and take super heavy AP shells, so your AP shell damage goes up by 7.5%, and your damage from fires and floodings is reduced, although they do go for longer. Okay, but the main thing is you're enhancing the amount of damage your AP does. All right, and then you can stick the last point in emergency repair specialist to bring your consumable enhancements, specifically damage con, the red fire extinguisher, off cooldown a fraction faster. Okay, so there's my thoughts on the Kustanov build. I've been having a lot of fun with this one, finishing with that, and that's the intention. But like I said, you could dump Concealment Expert for other options if you wish. Okay, so let's have a quick look again at the modules. So I went with this one, in slot 2 this one, slot 3 this one, slot 4 this one, slot 5 this one, and I finished with this one in slot 6 to bring the reload down to go with the maximum DPM nature of the build. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching those matches as much as I did playing them, and I hope you enjoy the build, and thank you all very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.